I think that, yeah, I mean, just to say, because you talked about, yeah, like there's like a cult thing. And sure, I mean, there's nothing new under the sun in that sense, right? Like, I do believe that there's progress and things change, but that often just comes from taking the approach that we choose to take, right? Like, you can build a city in a beautiful way or you can build it in an ugly way, right? But man's always going to be building cities, we're going to be building things. Same with the films. And I just like to think of, you know, think of the victories that throughout history people forget. How did Christianity, how did Jesus take on the Roman Empire? How did Socrates, this old annoying man, supposedly who's just asking questions, they had to put the guy to death because, they made a martyr of him. And they make martyrs of people, and we see that when people have this higher sense of identity, that yes, we have a body, we have flesh and blood, but we're not just flesh and blood, and there is something higher. And that doesn't mean that the body's bad, or we're not preaching some kind of weird Gnostic thing, which a lot of people get caught up in, like a duality, right? Material versus immaterial. But there's a soul. We have a mind. Ideas emerge in a way that we don't and will never fully understand. It's a mystery, but we can have new ideas, and there's a way to cultivate these powers. So I think that's what we really just have to remember, that that's not going away. The bad guys know that, if you will. We're using shorthand here, so I just say bad guys. Some people don't like that, but I think it's funny. Um, so we just, I think what's key is to lean into that deeper truth and that deeper mystery within each of us, and get excited about that. Because when people get excited that they can go deeper and there is something more, they're not just flesh and blood, and it's not just like mystery kumbaya stuff. Um, that enthusiasm, that's considered divine for Plato. When you inspire that in people, and it's there like from the start with children, as you have a culture that sort of cultivates that, along with good habits and morals and all these things, so that everything is cultivated to its potential.